What's up, YouTube? This is Ahmed with A. Roberson Photo, A. Roberson Media, with a new unboxing of the newest Neewer 31.5 inch motorized camera slider. Initially, I didn't plan on doing an unboxing or demo video because I recently purchased the past model of the 31.5 inch motorized slider that uses an app on your phone to control the motor and the slider, but I upgraded. I had to send it back for various reasons, and I upgraded to the newest version, which actually comes with a remote. And the best part is it comes with a pre-assembled belt and pulley system that you have to attach to the motor yourself, which is not going to be a hassle, but it takes out all the hard work that you had to deal with the last setup. So we're going to get into the quick unboxing because I already started opening it, as you can see, because I was too excited. But we're going to get to a quick pass-through unboxing, and we're going to do a quick demo just to see how it works in comparison to the last model, which some of you may or may not have. So let's get into it. So we're going to get into a quick unboxing, unwrapping really quickly. As you can see, like I said, I already started messing around in it because I was a little bit overly excited. But I just want to show you really quickly, they've stepped up their pamphlets and packaging. Everything looks so much better, easier to follow, easier to read instructions. I mean, Neewer has stepped their game up a lot. So I'm hoping that this assembly will go just as smooth as I anticipate. This is a small carrying bag which houses the newest motor and battery charger and battery. Looks like a higher capacity battery, but we'll soon find out. And of course it comes with your, what is it, time delay, what is it called? Yeah, I think that's what it's called, a time lapse. That's the word I'm looking for, time lapse photography. It comes with the necessary cables for that. So we're gonna go ahead and set that aside, all the necessary tools. We're gonna set that aside just for a hot second, just so we can unzip this, which is the upgraded, and it comes with foam padding instead of just sitting in the box or sitting in the packaging. And here we go. This is the latest and greatest upgraded Neewer carbon fiber 31.5 inch camera slider. Let me move the bag and foam, and just like the previous model, you will not be able to put the slider and the motor assembly in the packaging together, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and look this over really quick, and oh look, it's already got it labeled for A and B points. You know, stopping destination, didn't have that before. Still has the brake here. Glides and slides smoothly. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. All right, I'm excited about this. So let me go ahead and lock this down. I'm gonna put it together for us really quick, and then we're gonna see what it does. Okay, first let me apologize for my workstation here. I got overly excited and, you know, anxious to put this thing together and get it started. So again, I apologize for the sloppiness here. Just have some mats here so I won't scratch up my table. But anyway, let's get to it. This is the newest motor assembly. And as you can see with the A and B markings, you see a little divot here in the track slider, and you see a little ridge here on the motor. Well, if you mount it with the gear up and the pulleys down, sits right in place, right? Simple, straight to the point. It comes with Allen wrenches and the right screws, but I have my own Allen wrench here just to make it a little bit quicker for myself. So let me go ahead and speed through this really quick for you guys. And the best part is it only comes with 6 screws this time instead of like the last system that had multiple bags. I mean, yeah, extra screws are good if you need them, but it can also be confusing if you don't know what you're doing looking through the instructions, especially on the other side when you're trying to mount the pulley and belt system. But with this, it's got the large screws countersunk for a good polished finish. Countersunk screws. Of course, you don't want to over tighten it, even though this is metal. Yep, feels like metal to me. You still don't want to over tighten it and accidentally strip it. Okay, now that we have that assembled, you can see there. Put it down on its back side, and now with the pre-assembled belt and pulleys or belt system, you're gonna take the smaller screws and the smaller Allen key. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 and 2 smaller screws. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this really quick and mount on this side. And the holes are already preset, pre-drilled, of course. You just drop it into place and mount it as it's supposed to be. So again, let me speed through this really quick. And the same on this side. You want to make sure the belt is straight and facing up. And matter of fact, if you want, what you can do, what you should do probably, make sure the belt is right. And you're going to take the belt, hope you can see this the right way, and you're going to go over the loop into the looping system under the pulley or under the gears. See how it is there? Do hope you can see it. I'm sorry I'm doing this by myself this time, so I can't zoom in. I hope you can see that properly, but basically it loops over the pulley, down under the gears and back over the pulley. Then pull it tight enough on this side. Right now it's going to be a little bit loose, but that's what that adjustment wheel is for, at least I believe so. So we're going to find out, right? So let me go ahead and I'm going to speed through this part. Okay, with this part of the assembly, looks like I will have to untighten this belt tensioner, because the small screw, it gets in the way of the small screw from going all the way down in proper position. So let me go ahead and do that. Lift that up. That way the smaller screw can get down in there. Okay, so I'm gonna use this tension wheel to tighten this as best I can, and I'm gonna put some tension on the belt. And back to these handles here, if you lift them up just a hair, so that's some slack, a little bit more. There we go. Let me get in there. Let me get in there. There we go. There we go. Now I can pull the belt as tight as necessary without over tightening it, of course, or over tightening it too much, but just enough tension to get the motor to move. Then I'm just gonna tighten these back down. Oops, make sure I get that motor belt right, properly aligned. And there we go. Okay, so that's nice and clamped down. That's nice and clamped down. So this is what the assembly looks like. Belt tension, it's got a little bit of give in it, but that's okay. You want to have a little bit of flex. You don't want to over tighten it to the point where it's gonna possibly snap the belt. But hopefully you can see how the gearing is, how it's set. All right, and with that being said, just like the previous model, you want to untighten this so we can move the legs down. Put the legs in new position. There we go. And tighten that back up. I mean, just going from the previous model that I just had to this, it is definitely worth the upgrade. I mean, Neewer has really stepped their game up. I mean, this is a significant improvement. I like it so far. I mean, I'm doing this as you see me doing this in real time, so I can only hope that the motor and slider function as we need it to. But we're gonna find out, right? So let me put my tools and everything aside. And now, the battery. Just gonna mount that battery like so. Yep, there it is, and it's blinking. That lets me know that it's got power. Yep, it's got power, it's on. So let me turn this remote on and let's see what we got going on here. It says wait. So hopefully it's communicating and we'll see. Okay, so I have everything set up. It took me a while, I won't lie. The interface for the remote is a little complicated, but the instructions lay it out perfectly. Let me just zoom in really quickly before we do a demonstration of how this thing works. Just gonna zoom in on the remote really quickly. Well, I hope you can see that. But let me back it off just a hair. Okay, so basically this remote, it has a bunch of little features. I hope you can see where it says stop now. If I press the button, it says start, and if I move up, you have manual control versus automatic settings, and the automatic settings would be where it well, let me see if I can go back. I gotta remember, because it is, let me see if I hold that, there we go. Live motion will make it go automatically, so let me see. There we go. I hit the starting point of point A, and that's live motion, and hit the button to slow it down. Let me go B. I moved it to B, press the button, and it goes back to where it was. And let me see if, well, if I press the button, it'll pause, but let me see if I can go all the way back, and there we go. I got it to stop. It's still a learning curve for me, of course. This, it says reset A/B point. I'm not going to do that. The settings, in the settings you can change the language to English or Japanese, I believe, Chinese. I hope I'm not offending anyone. I'm trying not to, of course. Factory reset, yes and no. I'm not going to do that. Real-time battery. Hope you can see that status. Current battery that it actually came with, the battery settings are at 72%. And if I press and hold again, it goes back to live motion. And let's see, oh, it has a time-lapse setting, of course. And let's see, if I press and hold, no, I'm not gonna go there. Let me go down to settings. Nope, don't want settings. Let me hold that and go back. Let's see. Okay, so we're back to manual, and I'm gonna turn manual on and hit the button. It goes to point B, and there we go. And if I hit the button again, it stops, and now it's gonna come back. Let me zoom out so you can see the motion, but it's actually moving, going from point A to point B with this remote. So like I said, the instructions are pretty good. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but for the most part, it's not difficult to work at all. You just have to take your time. Like I said, I was a little overly excited, a little anxious. So if anything messes up or looks a little funky, it's me and not the system. So please don't blame the system, blame the operator, myself. And even so, I'm still playing with this thing, trying to get it to function like I need it to. And we're gonna make it stop. Let's see. Whoop. Yep. And stop. There we go. There we go. Got it to stop. So let me go ahead. I have my, you will need a ball head if you want to do, because you know, just like the last one, it has the ability to track motion and also do panoramic. And you can see the head is moving. So let me go ahead and set this up first really quickly with the ball head that I have. Let me attach this. It has a 3/8 inch thread that will fit your ball head perfectly. So go ahead and mount that on there really quickly. Okay, so let me center that really quickly. Try to move fast for you guys. I know this video is all over the place. And let me take my camera and just gonna mount this up really quick. Just so we can do a quick tracking demo. I mean, I know it's not really fully necessary to do a tracking demo, because if you had experience or seen other videos with the Neewer Camera Slider, Motorized Slider, I'm sure you know that what it's capable of. But just gonna do this really quick, and I'll put the B footage in there for you guys to see. Again, please don't mind my workstation. I know it's a mess, but we're gonna try focus tracking. So let me zoom out a little bit more and we'll see. So I'm gonna first, let me center this thing. Oops. Manually. Okay, we're getting there and stop. Whoop. Right, let's go here. Yep, moving it manually. I'm trying to center it as best I can. Okay, I think that's about right. So let me align my, there we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna record this B footage just so you can see it is a mess. My table's a mess, but just want you to see how it tracks perfectly. And stop. And let me go back the opposite way. And there we go. Works perfectly. It's relatively quiet. I know you can hear some noise in the back. I'm doing my laundry. I'm sorry. Like I said, I apologize. This video is put together at the last minute because I got overly excited about my slider actually arriving. Very happy about that. I just took my hand off the button and it stopped. Put my hand back on the remote. There we go. And smooth tracking, very quiet. This will be perfect. And let me stop it there a little bit more. And this is going to be absolutely perfect for when you're doing your product videos, or even when you're doing filming, short film. If you're recording your B camera, of course, you can always be off to the side or panning. Like if you're interviewing somebody, you can pan to the side while you're interviewing them, while your main camera is still focused on them. So this is perfect. This is a great purchase. I'm very happy with it. And let me bring my mug back into here. Let me get this light out of the way. Again, I know this video's a mess and I'm sorry, but like I said, I'm just excited to have this Neewer slider, upgraded slider. I love it. The previous model was good. I had no issues with the previous model, but of course, when a company redesigns, rebuilds, redistributes their product listed as upgraded and brand new, it truly is. So, and of course, by looking at how bad this video is rushed and put together, this is not a sponsored video. I'm just excited that I have my new camera slider. So I just wanted to share with you guys really quickly. I hope you enjoy it just as much as I do, or am enjoying it, and I'll see you in the next video.